Well, for all you skateboarding, roller skating, rollerblading, skating aficionados out there, you might be wondering, why don't we have a Mid-Atlantic Skating Hall of Fame? Well, guess what? Now we do. In Ocean City, we sent our field correspondent, Kendall Gordon, to check it out.
To make sure that history is preserved and the legends behind it are recognized, the Mid-Atlantic Skateboard Hall of Fame was founded. I spoke with Amy McConnaughy, who helped bring this organization to life.
And I spent the last 30 years in a different career and away from the industry, but still surrounded by these people. And I started noticing a lot of the legends were passing away and hadn't been recognized, particularly in this part of the country, in the Mid-Atlantic region. And so in 2024, I created the Mid-Atlantic Skateboard Hall of Fame to recognize, celebrate, and remember these legends that really formed what skateboarding is today in this region.
The Hall of Fame's inaugural ceremony will honor 11 icons, skaters, brands, and even locations that helped shape the East Coast scene. And Ocean City is at the heart of it all.
And our inaugural induction ceremony this year is in Ocean City, Maryland, where we are today, obviously, because this is a particularly special area within the region. The Ocean Bowl, the Ocean City Skate Park, was founded in 1976, and it's the oldest running municipal skate park in the world. And it's really the epicenter of so much of what went on in this area.
And while the hall is still working toward a permanent museum space, the mission is already preserving stories, artifacts, and memories for future generations.
We hope to have something in place by the end of 2026. But right now, we're through the process of inducting people each year. We'll be categorizing and cataloging their history, their contributions, the pictures, imagery, the actual skateboards themselves, and other pieces of kind of history related to skateboarding. So we have tons of that stuff now.
And for some of the inductees like Denny and Marc, these aren't just stories in the history books, it's their lives.
First time I saw a skateboard was down here in Ocean City in 1975, and it was this girl just cruising down Coastal Highway, and I was like, can I try your board? And I tried it, and I don't know, something clicked, and I went down to Sunshine House Surf Shop and bought my first board, and never stopped since. We've both been skating for 50 years.
I saw a skater named Russ Howell, and he was doing all the early freestyle tricks, 1975, and I was like, I gotta get one of those, so that's how it started for me.
Both men say the Ocean Bowl was the spark that brought the community together.
It was the first real skateboard park any of us ever skated, so it was like new and exciting, and we were just stoked to have something, and that was kind of the beginning of the next 50 years for me. So I mean, it was huge memories for me.
Their passion has lasted decades, and even today, skateboarding remains a source of creativity and connection.
Skateboarding and art to me are similar in that you've got, say, a canvas is this bowl or a canvas or something that you're skating, and it's up to you to, say, find a line through here, or it's up to you to express yourself here. And on canvas, it's self-expression, and I like where it intersects, where skateboarding and art come together.
And as these legends reflect on their journeys, they're also looking ahead to new generations of riders who will carry the culture forward.
Advice to kids that want to skate, that just skate and don't worry about anything. The skate parks are very inclusive. They're really nice places to hang out. Parents can hang out if they want. And there's places you can take lessons now to learn how to skate, and it's just a fun, lifelong activity that really challenges everything. You have to think about it, and it's physical and mental. It's a wonderful activity.
And we got to go through the evolution of it all. And I feel lucky I've gone through the skateboard evolution, the snowboard evolution, and the surfing evolution. That tells you how old I am, but I feel lucky that I got to do that, because we got to see the history. And when you watch skateboarding now, it's beyond what anybody thought it could be. I personally think it evolves more than any other activity, sport, lifestyle, anything going on. I think it's the number one evolving sport out there. Some people want to say sport, some want to say lifestyle, but it just keeps going like nothing else that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So that keeps you excited about it.
With the first induction class being celebrated September 20th, the Mid-Atlantic Skateboard Hall of Fame is proving that East Coast skateboarding's legacy is here to stay. So if you're interested in giving support,
Yeah, so if anybody wants to get involved or and donate or just, watch what's going on with the Mid-Atlantic Hall of Fame, you can just go to the website and, that'll tell you where to go. And, we'd love to have people get involved and really make this thing bigger and better than it can ever be.
the Mid-Atlantic Skateboard Hall of Fame is proving that East Coast skateboarding's legacy is here to stay.
Looks like a lot of great ways to honor those skaters in the area, to be a part of all the incredible things that we have going on in the Mid-Atlantic area. It kind of localizes things for you. But we still have some more Coast Life, just a little bit more to get to before we turn things over to Coast TV News at 5. That's on the way.